The urgency of negotiating peace with Russia looms large as both leaders confront the staggering toll of lost soldiers in this relentless conflict.
Kult a rezolution pavese V for essential regional stability?
President Zelensky passionately implores for unwavering American support, particularly aimed at bolstering air defense systems and drone production. What might this mean for Ukraine's security in the face of looming threats? As the conversation deepens, the humanitarian crisis comes into sharp focus. The plight of Ukrainian children, forcibly taken by Russia, casts a long shadow over families and communities. What are the broader implications of this conflict on innocent lives? Amidst the turmoil, prisoners endure chilling mistreatment, naked abuse and neglect of their most basic needs. What does this reveal about the inhumane conditions they are trapped in? International laws govern the conduct of war, but Russia's apparent violations raise alarming ethical questions. What ramifications arise when nations choose to ignore such fundamental principles? The dialogue shifts, highlighting the precarious security landscape for Ukraine partnered with the urgent financial support from the U.S. How critical is this financial aid in ensuring Ukraine's long-term stability amid relentless threats? In a moment of levity, the speaker compares himself to revered historical figures like George Washington and Abraham Lincoln. Yet, behind the humor lies a profound commitment to his presidential responsibilities. What legacy might he aspire to leave? The conversation takes a serious turn, diving into the necessity for compromises in negotiations with Russia. How does ongoing hostility in the region complicate the road to a peaceful agreement? A haunting reflection arises: the potential legacy of being a peacemaker is at stake. How urgent is the need to address the current situation to avert a catastrophic global conflict? The call for a swift resolution echoes ominously, as unresolved tension threatens global stability. Could diplomatic efforts be the crucial lifeline needed to steer clear of escalation? International support, especially from European allies, emerges as a cornerstone for ensuring security and stability in the aftermath of conflict. Can collaboration among nations truly cultivate lasting peace? The necessity for security guarantees looms heavily, with the ghosts of past agreements haunting current discussions. How complex is the path to achieving enduring peace amidst such uncertainty? A robust military presence is not merely preferred but essential. Without it, can Ukraine effectively defend its borders against the ever-looming specter of Russian aggression? The clarion call for the United States to provide security guarantees resonates with urgency. How paramount is international support for ensuring a formidable defense posture among European nations? The financial burden of the war weighs heavily on the dialogue, underscoring the expectation that Russia should shoulder the cost of rebuilding and military aid through its overseas assets. Is this a fair demand? Negotiating peace is veiled in complexity. The conflict primarily concerns Ukraine and Russia. What roles do the U.S. and Europe play as essential partners in these fraught discussions? Russia's expansionist ambitions serve as a looming threat to neighboring nations like the Baltics and Poland. How does the historical context amplify the urgency of this predicament? Concerns surrounding free speech arise amid the actions of certain governments, casting a shadow on American citizens and enterprises. How vital is the commitment to uphold these democratic values in turbulent times? The delicate nature of negotiations with Russia surfaces as a pivotal point in the discussion, where balancing tough rhetoric and diplomacy is essential. What are the stakes in crafting successful outcomes? European allies express deep concerns, particularly from Poland, about an over-reliance on Russia. How critical is America's role as a stabilizing force in this precarious landscape? Historical context emerges through references to past invasions and failed agreements. How imperative is it to maintain consistent diplomatic efforts to ward off future escalations? The dialogue reveals the myriad challenges facing Ukraine in this arduous war, reminding us that every nation grapples with its unique trials. Can recognizing these challenges foster understanding and cooperation? The significance of military aid from the United States cannot be overstated. Without it, Ukraine's struggle might have spiraled into chaos. What questions does this raise about dependency and the nature of strategic alliances? As the complexities of negotiations during wartime unfold, the prospect of a ceasefire emerges. How crucial is effective communication in facilitating peace efforts and saving lives amidst such tumult?